On Wednesday, March 12, 2025, Jimmy Garoppolo stunned the NFL world by signing a contract extension with the Los Angeles Rams to remain Matthew Stafford's backup. At 33 years old, the quarterback turned down offers that could have given him a shot at a starting role elsewhere. It was a move that raised eyebrows across the league. Many had assumed Garoppolo would chase one last chance to lead a team, especially after years of ups and downs with multiple franchises. Instead, he chose stability over stardom, signaling a shift in priorities that few saw coming. The decision sparked immediate debate among fans and analysts alike. Garoppolo's choice wasn't just about football. It was a statement about what he values at this stage of his career. Speaking to reporters, he hinted at lessons learned from past experiences, setting the stage for a deeper look into his journey. The quarterback's words would soon reveal more than just a career update. There was a time when Jimmy Garoppolo was seen as a potential franchise savior, a quarterback who could turn struggling teams into contenders. Drafted by the New England Patriots in 2014, he spent years in Tom Brady's shadow, waiting for his moment. That promise carried him to San Francisco and beyond. Back then, teams like the 49ers believed he could be their long-term answer under center, a belief fueled by his early flashes of brilliance. His good looks and calm demeanor only added to the hype, earning him the nickname Jimmy G and a legion of hopeful fans. For a while, it seemed like he might live up to the billing, but those days are long gone, replaced by a more grounded reality. Garoppolo's career has been a roller coaster of highs and lows, and the once bright spotlight has dimmed. Now, his decision to stay with the Rams suggests he's done chasing the ghost of past expectations. In an interview with Gary Klein of the Los Angeles Times, Garoppolo laid out his reasoning with a clarity that caught attention. "It's really more about the situation than the opportunity," he said, reflecting on his options. He admitted there were offers on the table, but chose the Rams for a reason. "I've been in a bad organization and seen how it can wear you down over the year," he added, a comment that seemed to carry weight beyond the surface. After consulting with his brothers and family, he decided against rolling the dice on another uncertain situation. Stability, it turns out, trumped ambition. The quarterback's words hinted at a subtle jab, one that wouldn't go unnoticed by those familiar with his past. Fans and pundits quickly began speculating about which teams he was shading, setting the stage for a closer look at his rocky history. Garoppolo's NFL journey began with the New England Patriots, where he served as Tom Brady's understudy from 2014 to 2017. It was a role that tested his patience, offering few snaps but plenty of learning opportunities. He was the heir apparent, until he wasn't. In the fall of 2017, the Patriots traded him to the San Francisco 49ers, a move that gave him his first real shot at the spotlight. At the time, it felt like a liberation, a chance to step out of Brady's towering shadow. New England's loss was poised to be San Francisco's gain. Looking back, those years in Foxborough shaped Garoppolo's approach to the game. They taught him resilience and preparation, traits that would serve him well, and sometimes haunt him in the chapters that followed. The Patriots chapter was just the beginning. With the 49ers, Garoppolo hit his stride, guiding the team to Super Bowl 54 in February 2020. It was a pinnacle of his career, a moment when he looked like the quarterback San Francisco had dreamed of. The city embraced him as their own. But the Super Bowl loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, despite a late lead, cast a shadow over his tenure. Head coach Kyle Shanahan's trust in him began to waver, and whispers of discontent grew louder. The defeat marked a turning point, one Garoppolo couldn't escape. What started as a promising partnership soon frayed. The 49ers front office began planning for a future beyond Garoppolo, a decision that would reshape his time with the team. The Super Bowl run became a bittersweet memory. In 2021, the 49ers made their intentions clear by trading up to draft Trey Lance with the third overall pick. It was a bold move that screamed new era, leaving Garoppolo as a lame duck starter. The writing was on the wall. Lance's arrival shifted the dynamic in San Francisco, with Garoppolo relegated to a placeholder role as the team groomed its rookie. Injuries and inconsistent play didn't help his case, and the tension with Shanahan became palpable. The quarterback felt the squeeze. By the end of his 49ers stint, Garoppolo was no longer the centerpiece. He was a bridge to something else. The Lance experiment signaled the end of an era, pushing him toward the next uncertain chapter of his career. Then came 2022, when rookie Brock Purdy emerged as a revelation for the 49ers. Thrust into action after injuries sidelined both Garoppolo and Lance, Purdy seized a starting job with poise and precision. San Francisco found a new hero. Garoppolo, once the face of the franchise, was sidelined, watching as Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick of the draft, stole the show. Purdy's success cemented Garoppolo's exit, proving the 49ers could win without him. It was a humbling twist. By the time he left San Francisco, Garoppolo's legacy, there was a mix of triumph and transition. The rise of Purdy closed the door on his Niners tenure, sending him into free agency with a point to prove, or so it seemed. In March 2023, Garoppolo signed with the Las Vegas Raiders, hoping for a fresh start under familiar faces like head coach Josh McDaniels and GM Dave Ziegler. It was a reunion of sorts, given their Patriots ties. But the optimism didn't last. The Raiders' stint unraveled quickly, with Garoppolo benched in favor of rookie Aiden O'Connell by the fall of 2023. Poor performance and a lack of chemistry plagued the experiment, turning it into a forgettable footnote. Las Vegas became another misstep. For Garoppolo and the Raiders, it was a mutual disappointment. The quarterback's time in the desert ended with little fanfare, leaving him to ponder his next move, and perhaps his NFL mortality. Reports began to surface that Garoppolo had a reputation for being indifferent during his San Francisco days, a label that followed him to Las Vegas. Some saw it as a lack of fire, others as disengagement. Either way, it stuck. In Vegas, even those who knew him, like McDaniels and Ziegler, couldn't coax out the spark they'd hoped for. The same issues that dogged him with the 49ers resurfaced, painting a picture of a quarterback struggling to adapt. His stock took a hit. The whispers about his attitude added a layer of complexity to his career narrative. Was it fair? Maybe not. But as he weighed his 2025 options, Garoppolo knew perception mattered, and he wasn't about to let it define his next step. Entering the 2025 offseason, Garoppolo had at least one offer to compete for a starting job, according to league insiders. It was a chance to reclaim the spotlight, to prove he still had QB1 chops. The summer loomed as a potential proving ground. Details of the offer remained murky. Perhaps a rebuilding team or a squad with shaky starter, but it promised playing time over clipboard duty. For a competitor, it might have been tempting. Garoppolo, however, saw it differently. He turned it down, opting instead to stay with the Rams. The choice spoke volumes about where his head was at. Not every opportunity is worth taking. Sometimes, the grass isn't greener, it's just another grind. When Garoppolo mentioned bad organizations wearing him down, the subtext was unmistakable. The San Francisco 49ers and Las Vegas Raiders, his two most recent stops, seemed the likely targets. It was a rare public jab from a usually reserved QB. In San Francisco, the Lance draft pick and Purdy's rise left scars, while the Raiders' dysfunction under McDaniels offered little support. Both experiences, he implied, taught him to value culture over chaos. The contrast with the Rams was stark. Fans of the 49ers and Raiders didn't miss the dig, lighting up social media with reactions. Whether intentional or not, Garoppolo's comment added fuel to his narrative, a veteran choosing peace over past promises. Now, Garoppolo finds himself settled with the Rams, a team fresh off a playoff win in January 2025. As Matthew Stafford's backup, he's not the star, but he's part of a winning outfit. That's enough for him. When you get to this point in your career, he told Klein, you start to enjoy the little things. The Rams organization, with its stability and success, offers a respite from the turmoil he's known. It's a soft landing. For Los Angeles, Garoppolo is insurance, a reliable arm if Stafford falters. For Garoppolo, it's a chance to contribute without the weight of expectation. The fit feels right, at least for now. At 33, Garoppolo is no longer the young gun with something to prove. You get older, you've seen some stuff, he mused, reflecting on a career that spanned a decade. Perspective has replaced the hunger of youth. The grind of bad organizations taught him what he doesn't want, while the Rams show him what he can still enjoy. Life's short, he said, so you better enjoy it. It's a mantra that guides him now. This version of Garoppolo, wiser, weathered, seems at peace with his role. The days of chasing glory have given way to savoring the game on his terms. It's a quieter ambition, but no less real. In Los Angeles, Garoppolo plays second fiddle to Matthew Stafford, a Super Bowl champ and entrenched starter. The Rams brass hopes Stafford stays healthy, keeping Garoppolo on the sideline. It's a role he's used to. But called upon, Garoppolo brings experience. Super Bowl reps, big game moments that few backups can match. He's a safety net for a team with postseason aspirations. The trust is mutual. For now, he waits, preparing in the background as Stafford leads the charge. It's not the spotlight, but it's a gig he's embraced. The Rams, in turn, are glad to have him. From Patriots protege to 49ers star to Raiders castoff, Jimmy Garoppolo's career has been a wild ride. Now, as a Ram, he's writing a quieter epilogue, one defined by choice, not chance. It's a fitting evolution. His legacy won't be measured in MVP awards or rings, but in resilience and reinvention. The highs of San Francisco and lows of Las Vegas shaped him, leading him to this moment of calm in L.A. He's still here, still relevant. For Garoppolo, stay with the Rams isn't surrender. It's a victory of self-awareness. He's traded the chaos of opportunities for the comfort of a good situation, leaving the 49ers and Raiders in the rear view with a subtle, satisfied nod.